Hello everyone, here is part 1 of a part 2 series on how to make random number generators. Now a quick intro to explaining the different random number generators I've made is the first random number generator is relied on the randomness in which you press this button. So it is pretty much its randomness is relied on you. Now, it also has just a little bit of in-game randomness, but it's not really much that's actually usable, so I don't really count it. Now, as you can see, we'll run this through, and what it does is it switches through all three states pretty much continuously. You can see it going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, but in reality, it's all three states at once, because as you can see, there's no delay repeaters. Alright, there's pretty much nothing stopping it from being in all three states at once. But the game just kind of shows it as a visual representation of going 1, 2, 3. In reality, it should just be all three activated at once. Now, I press this again, and I will get an output of 2. Let's try that again. Alright, I'll get an output of 2 again. Ooh, lucky. 2! 3 times in a row! Okay, you know what? I have a feeling something's bugged, but I think I'm just that lucky. Alright, let's try this. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Perfect, 1. As you can see, it's pretty much all relied on the randomness of the user themselves. Now, pretty much it's quite simple to build in reality. You just have your 3 outputs on power gained or power lost, 2 switches, and your power source. And your first button pretty much activates the first 3 input of both. Then, here's where the complicated part comes in. We're going to start 1, goes into, wait, no, sorry, this is 3, goes into 3 and 1, 2, goes into 2 and 3, and 1 goes into 1 and 2. And it activates these for both. So, for example, if I was a 2, I'd be activating switch number 2, and switch number 3, switch number 2, switch number 3. Now, it's pretty resource, not really intense. And this, like, if you have like a timed function, let's say you have a switch on a delay repeater and you want set to 25 ticks, you will get the same output every single time. This relies on the user. In part 2, I'll be showing you guys how to make one that should rely on the game, but hasn't been really developed yet. Coming soon, TM. Now, here's our second one. This one relies on the possibility it can have all 3 closed at once, all 3 closed, or all 3 open, 1 open, as you can see here. Now, it's pretty simple. Alright, you just have your first beginning switch opening the the last 3 switches of all of them, and they're all set to power gained. Alright, then these pretty much just activate themselves and activate the first switch. So this is number 1. It will activate delay repeater 1. And then we've got number 2. It'll activate delay repeater number 2 and itself. Number 3, delay repeater number 3 and itself. And then the delay repeaters activate the switches 1, 2, and 3. And 1, 2, and 3 here. Now, you can kind of see this running. This one, again, you can time if you wish. Right, for example, I have set these to 13, 3, and 7. You should just set them all to the same number, but I'm just using them as different. As you can see, you got multiple different outputs until it finally settled on this output right here. So that's a little bit finicky, but I don't know, if you want, it could be used for plenty of systems. For example, these random number generators can be used for this rock, paper, scissors game I have here. Just heading over here. For the player 2 input, you could just have it cooked up to a random number generator. You could have rock, paper, and scissors. I actually have a little rock right here. This could be rock. Right here. Rock, paper, and scissors. You just press your little button for player 2, and it will determine who wins. Or let's say I have a game and I need a dice. Alright, Phil on YouTube, Phil17, he's got a very good in-depth explanation, which I based my circuit off of, or my secondary circuit. Here it's pretty much an exact copy, except with a few tweaks. And you can set up a dice, right? Roll a dice, and then depending on the output of that dice, you can change certain things in a game. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. I will see you next week for part 2. Check out my streams. I've got a Discord in the description. And goodbye.